Welcome students to Smart Dino classes. Now we will continue with the part 2 of circulatory system. So in this part we will study about the composition of blood. What is blood composed of? Blood is a fluid connective tissue and the fluid matrix of blood is called plasma. Okay, so the fluid part of the blood is known as plasma. Three types of blood cells are suspended in the plasma. How many types? Three types. What is plasma? First, we will understand what is plasma. It is a pale yellow fluid part of the blood. Okay, having 90 to 90%, 92% water, and rest 10% is other things. Like first, plasma proteins mainly consist of albumin, globulins, and fibrinogen, which is of about 8%. Then we have the nutrients such as glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, and glycerol. That is almost around 0.1% only. Respiratory gases as oxygen and carbon dioxide are also dissolved in it. Excretory substances are found in traces such as ammonia, urea, uric acid, and creatinine. Mineral ions such as sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium chlorides, bicarbonates, and phosphates are around present in 1% traces. Enzymes, hormones, and antibodies are also present in traces. Now we move on to the diagram of types of blood cells. Blood is composed of plasma and formed elements that are cells. Plasma function is to transport nutrients, hormones, waste, proteins, etc. Composition is 90% water, 7% proteins, and other solubles. Now, red blood cells are the elements found in blood. These have a biconcave shape, disc shape. You can see over here in the diagram. The red blood cell is shown. Okay, I'll point it out. Here, you can see the red blood cell is shown. Okay, the shape is biconcave. Function is to transport oxygen from lungs and CO2 back. Pigment, it contains hemoglobin which binds oxygen. We will study this also afterwards in detail. First, just have a look at the diagram. The lifespan of red blood cell is 120 days and it is produced mainly in bone marrow. Then we have the white blood cells which are of two types, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes are three types, neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. You can see the shapes here. Okay, you can have a look at the shapes. Then we have agranulocytes which are lymphocytes and monocytes. Okay, we will study that in detail afterwards. Just have a look at the shape and size. Okay, platelets are thrombocytes, also known as thrombocytes, which help in clotting. The shape is irregular and the function is to help in blood clotting, prevent it. Excessive bleeding, lifespan is 8 to 10 days of platelets. Now we come on to the blood cells, blood corpuscles. Okay, these are the elements of the blood. The cellular elements of blood are called blood corpuscles. They form 45% of the blood. Okay, so red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes are for transport of oxygen. White blood cells or corpuscles, leukocytes, are for fighting against the diseases. Blood platelets or thrombocytes for blood clotting. We will study that in detail afterwards in the video. Red blood corpuscles or RBCs are the minute biconcave disc-like. They are 7.6 micron in diameter cells. What is biconcave? Biconcave is that the concavity is on both sides. Okay, that is to increase the volume of this RBC. Their cytoplasm is spongy Blood contains 5 to 5.5 million RBCs in male and 4 to 4.5 million RBCs in women. Special features of RBCs. Mammalian RBCs have modified for efficient transport of oxygen. And how have they modified? By they don't have nucleus, they don't have mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and Golgi complex. And that is so that they can carry maximum amount of hemoglobin, which can combine with oxygen and provide it to the cells of tissues and other body parts. Now again we are studying why. Loss of nucleus makes RBCs biconcave. Okay. This increases the surface area by 30%. Thus, each RBC absorbs more oxygen. More RBCs fit in the same space. Without mitochondria, they don't use oxygen for themselves, for their own cells, but they deliver the entire amount of oxygen to the cells of the tissue. Okay. Small size helps in travel through fine capillaries, making them elastic and disc-like. They easily bend and twist to pass. Hemoglobin is the oxygen carrying pigment. Hemoglobin, when combines with oxygen, forms oxyhemoglobin. RBCs laden with it readily liberates oxygen to be used by the tissue. Oxyhemoglobin then liberates oxygen and forms hemoglobin plus oxygen. You can see here. Hemoglobin also combines with carbon dioxide in small amounts and brings it from tissue to lungs as carb-amino hemoglobin. Okay, for its release back. Now, many of us have read in newspapers that we learn about carbon monoxide poisoning. So, hemoglobin has 250 times greater affinity for carbon monoxide than oxygen and forms a stable compound that is known as carboxyhemoglobin, HbCO. Thus, oxygen is not able to combine and causes unconsciousness and then death, known as carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, understood this much? Now, formation, average lifespan, and death of RBCs. What is erythropoiesis? The process of formation of RBCs is erythropoiesis, made in red bone marrow of flat bones, example ribs and breastbone, and end of long bones. Next point is in embryo RBCs develop in liver and spleen also. During maturation, nucleus, mitochondria, and ER are lost. This we have studied before also in this video. Vitamin B12 and folic acid are essential for the maturation of RBCs. Okay, so these two vitamins are needed. Lifespan is 120 days due to absence of nucleus. They don't divide themselves, and thus the average lifespan is only about 120 days. Hemolysis is breakdown of old RBCs which are worn out. It is called hemolysis, occurs in spleen and liver. Iron released in this way when the RBC dies is reused in bone marrow for hemoglobin formation. Globin, the protein part, the hemo is the iron part, and globin, the protein part, is known as biliverdin, which is sent to the liver where it is changed to bilirubin and is excreted from the body. Okay, students, the video is becoming very lengthy and long, so we will study the other parts, that is white blood cells and thrombocytes, in the next part, in part 3. Thank you. If you found this video useful, then please like and subscribe to Dino classes. Thank you so much.